Hello everyone, this is your social science teacher Seema Jalgar and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to start with a fresh new lesson called the Sultans of Delhi or the Delhi Sultans. So in this lesson we are going to learn about the five major kingdoms that ruled India, that were the Mamluks, the Khiljis, the Tughlaqs, the Sayyids and the Lodis. The Delhi Sultanate was an Islamic empire based in Delhi that stretched over parts of the Indian subcontinent for over a period of 320 years. We get to know about these five dynasties by tawarikhs or tarikhs, which were literary sources written in the Persian language. But these literary sources cannot be taken as the sole source of learning history, as they were written by court poets and historians who tended to be exaggerating or biased towards the achievements of the sultans in return of rewards. The first dynasty that we are going to learn today is the Mamluk Dynasty or the Slave Dynasty. When Muhammad Ghor had to return back to Afghanistan, he left Qutbuddin Aibak in charge of his kingdom in India. Qutbuddin Aibak came to power in 1206, but it did not last long as he died in the year 1210. He had started the project of building the Qutub Minar but could not complete it because of his death. It was completed by his son-in-law Iltutmish. Iltutmish came to power after executing Qutbuddin Aibak's son Aram Khan and marrying Qutbuddin Aibak's daughter. Iltutmish ruled for a brief period of time. When he was on his conquest in Gwalior, he left his kingdom in charge under Razia Sultana. She was the first and last woman sultan of Delhi. She was a very powerful ruler and way better than her brothers. But the men who were there in the court could not digest the fact that they were ruled by a woman, and that is why they brought her down from power and executed her. Most of the revenue during these times came from garrison towns. A garrison town is a city, town or fort that has a military base. The villages which were outside the garrison towns were plundered for revenue. The most powerful ruler of the Mamluk dynasty was Balban. Balban came to power in his 60s, but was extremely powerful. It is said that he ruled with an iron fist. He broke down the power of the Chahalgani group. The Chahalgani group was a group of 40 infamous cartel of powerful slaves who would bring down the king from power. During his rule, most of the forests were destroyed between the Doab regions of Ganga and Yamuna. A Doab region is the region where two rivers converge. He ordered the forests to be destroyed in these regions so that he could give these lands to the peasants for cultivation. He also introduced two major things during his rule, which was the pabos. The pabos is a system where people had to kiss the foot of the king. This system was introduced to make the king all-powerful. Not only pabos, he also introduced another system called Sijda. Sijda, which is also called as Sajda, means stretching out on the ground with the forehead touching the ground in front of the king. These two practices were brought about to show the power of the king to the people. Though Balban was a very powerful king, the rulers who succeeded Balban were not so powerful. That is why the Mamluk dynasty came to an end, and it was succeeded by the Khiljis. In the next video, we'll be learning about the Khiljis in detail. Until then, please take care of yourselves. Adios.